Parashat B'Shalach is filled with great miracles. Kriyat Yam Suf, the man, not one but two stories of water being provided to the people miraculously, the victory against Amalek. There is so much to discuss, but I'd like to focus instead on just a single pasuk at the very beginning of the parasha, which seems somewhat minor compared to all of these great events. Vayikach Moshe et atzmot Yosef imo, ki hashbea hishbiat b'nei Yisrael lemor, pakod yivkod Elokim etchem, v'ha'alitem et atzmotai mizeh itchem. B'nai Yisrael have just been granted their freedom. They have packed their belongings and are on their way out of Mitzrayim. We can imagine that it's a very busy and chaotic scene. And amidst all of this, the Torah makes sure to tell us that Moshe remembers and fulfills the promise made to Yosef to return his bones to Eretz Yisrael. Why is this mentioned here? Why are we remembering Yosef's legacy here? We're commanded to remember Yetziat Mitzrayim every day. We say it in Kriyat Shema every morning and every night. And on the one hand, it's strange that we keep the memory of our enslavement and our oppression and our lack of freedom and what it meant to be foreign people in a foreign land alive. On the other hand, it makes sense. This memory is supposed to inform or influence the way we live and act and think in the present and in the future. The message of the darkness of Mitzrayim is that no human being should ever rule over or exploit or take advantage of another. Our memory of what it felt like to be oppressed should influence the way we interact with the other, with minorities, with those who live on the margins, to pursue tzedek and mishpat in the world, to make the world a more moral place than we found it. And this is one legacy of Mitzrayim that we are commanded to carry with us. But there is also another legacy of Mitzrayim, and that is the legacy of Yosef. There are challenges to living in Galut, but there are also opportunities in being part of a diaspora community outside of Eretz Yisrael. So let's think for a moment about what kinds of leader Yosef was. Yosef became Mishneh LaMelech, second in command in the foreign kingdom of Egypt. He made great contributions to Egyptian society, reviving their economy during a time of famine. We can use Yosef, look to Yosef really as a model that it is possible to be committed both to our own community and to broader society. We can use the best of the ideas and culture around us to enrich our Judaism, and we can also use our Jewish values to enrich the society around us. So now, even as B'nai Yisrael are returning home to Eretz Yisrael, the Torah reminds us that we must also hold on to the legacy of Yosef. At the moment when B'nai Yisrael are leaving Galut and returning home, the Torah remembers Atzmot Yosef, to remind us that even when we become an independent and proud people in our own land, committed to our own traditions, we should remember that there is great value in actively participating in and contributing to the world around us. Wishing all of you a peaceful and happy vacation.